Hello everyone, and welcome back to our weekly series of Is the Shrine Worth It? The series where we have a look at the perks and the Shrine of Secrets and see if they're really worth your 2,000 iridescent shards each. This week we have finally got an absolute banger of a shrine, and it doesn't seem to be changing anytime soon. I'm going to give this shrine an 8 out of 10. It's unbelievably good. We have perks from the Dark Lord, the Ghoul, Vittorio and Lara Croft. Those perks are Hex, Wretched Fate, None Are Free, Potential Energy and Finesse. Let's get into the survivor perks first. Our first survivor perk is Finesse, one that absolutely everybody has been waiting to see. This perk activates when you are healthy. Your fast vaults are 20% faster. This perk goes on a cooldown for 30 seconds after performing a fast vault. This is what it looks like in game. I'm giving Finesse a 10 out of 10. This perk is just the best thing ever, and it's for absolute juices. Finesse can be used to make everything in a chase so much easier. 20% on a vault is absolutely crazy, and it also gives you a unique animation. This can just fit into literally any build and it just works. You don't need anything to accompany it. As well as being a really fun perk to use, this is from Lara Croft and she is licensed. That means this is the only way you're going to be able to pick this perk up is this week in the shrine, unless you want to spend real money and buy Lara in full. 100% I would say this is worth picking up. Go ahead and just run to the store. Don't walk, run. Our next survivor perk is Potential Energy. This is a little less fun. While repairing, press the ability 2 button to gain tokens instead of repairing the generator, up to a maximum of 20 tokens. When you have at least one token, press the active ability 2 again to consume all the tokens and repair the generator for 1% per token spent. When you lose a health state, you lose all your tokens. This is what it looks like in game. I'm going to give Potential Energy a 5 out of 10. It's incredibly niche and you could end up losing absolutely all your progress if you just get hit once. I personally can't imagine playing this in any of my solo queue builds. However, I'm sure in a survive with friends or a competition, this could be super good. If you can play stealthy and you can move all of your tokens onto another gen, if you've accidentally 3-gened yourself, it can be very strong. However, whether you think this is a strong perk or a weak perk, it is not from a licensed character. Vittorio is unlicensed and I would stay well away from this in the shrine. It's not that good and it's just really not that expensive to pick Vittorio up in full and just get all 3 of his perks from leveling him up instead. Let's move on to the killer perks. Our first killer perk is None Are Free. When you hook a survivor for the first time, gain 1 token up to 4. When all generators are completed, for each token, all windows and upright pallets are blocked for 16 seconds. This is what it looks like in game. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Because I can only see one circumstance in which you would actually play this perk, and that would be a build that is just completely for endgame. Something with like Blood Warden or Noed, something like that where you are literally concentrating on only the endgame, because this is all it is going to give you. Whether you think this perk is strong or not, it's from the Ghoul, and the Ghoul is licensed. So we definitely want to pick this up, because in the future they may rework it, they may change it, they may just make it stronger. So 100% this is worth picking up in the shrine. Our fourth and final perk is Hex, Wretched Fate. After one generator has been completed, a random dull totem becomes a Hex totem and curses the Obsession. The Obsession suffers from 33% repair speed penalty. They also can see this Hex aura within 12 meters. This effect persists until the Hex totem is cleansed. This is what it looks like in game. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 10 in terms of its strength. I really don't think it's that strong, and all you're doing is making one person's life particularly hellish. I can see a world where this does slot into a hex build so that you can keep hexes coming back up and people not knowing what they're cleansing, so in that sense it probably could be kind of strong. Whether you think it's strong or weak, this perk is from a licensed killer once again. 100% this is worth picking up. They may buff this, they may change it. Even perks that are not very strong, you want to pick them up if they're licensed, because the only other way you're going to get them is if you're buying them with real money. They can always change perks, so it's 100% worth picking up. So to recap this week, we want to pick up pretty much all the perks. The only one that we want to stay away from is Potential Energy. Otherwise we want to pick up Finesse, Hex Wretched Fate, and none are free. Thanks for tuning into the video. See you next week. Hopefully we get a shrine just as good as this. See you then. Bye.